Good morning, students. Today we are starting chapter number 12, atoms. And today's topic is atom model. In recent time, people were very keen to know from what substance is made of. Means if a matter or object is divided into so many parts, then the final part, what should be there in the final particle? So first theory was given by the Dalton, that is called Dalton atom model. He states that the matter is made of large number of small particles. These particles are known as atom. And atom further cannot be divided into its constituent particles. But after the discovery of electron, J.J. Thomson proposed the new atomic model, and he states that the atom is a positively charged sphere and electrons are distributed as the seeds of watermelon. Means the electrons are distributed symmetrically within that positive sphere, that is called atom. But after some time, in 1911, Rutherford performed an experiment that is called Rutherford alpha scattering experiment, right? So in Rutherford alpha scattering experiment, there was a lead box. It was containing radon or Bi. Actually, this experiment was performed by Rutherford and his research scholars or students, Ziegler and Marsden. So Rutherford took radon and the Ziegler and Marsden took Bi, bismuth. These materials are radioactive materials and frequently emitting the alpha particles, beta particles and gamma rays, right? So this is the source of alpha particle. Then they took a thin gold foil. Actually they were studying the atom of the gold, and gold has a property that you can decrease the thickness of the gold foil, right? Then he took the screen. That screen was coated with ZNS, zinc sulfate, for the detector. Actually, ZNS is act as a detector, right? Then alpha particle came from the radioactive substance, strike to the gold foil, and then scattered in different directions, right? These are the all possible directions. Few particles deflected by 180 degree also. Now we are taking only the small area of this gold foil in this experiment. So this is the smallest affected area. So actually we are studying about only one atom of the gold, right? So we are trying to focus all these alpha particles only at a single point. When these alpha particles strike to the gold atom, few particles passed through the gold atom without any appropriate deflection. Few particles deflected small and few particles which are nearer to the nucleus deflected by big angle, right? So different alpha particles scattered in different directions. If we draw a graph between number of alpha particles scattered with the angle of scattering, so we get the graph like this, right? From this you can observe that most of the alpha particles deflected by the small angle, right? Whereas very few particles scattered by big angle 180 degree, right? So we are going further. Alpha particle is the heavy particle containing the charge plus 2e. It is the nucleus, it acts as a nucleus of the helium. Its mass is 4 times that of the mass of hydrogen atom. And speed of the alpha particle is around 10 to the power 4 meter per second in Rutherford experiment. But in case of Giger and Marsden experiment, the speed was 10 to the power 7 meter per second order, right? So these experiments are different experiments, but the conclusions are same. Now this is the recording of observations of Rutherford experiment, and this is for Giger and Marsden experiment. You can see that the source of alpha particle is radon, whereas bismuth for Giger and Marsden experiment. The speed of alpha particle for Rutherford experiment 10 to the power 4 meter per second, whereas the speed of alpha particle in Giger and Marsden experiment was order of 10 to the power 7 meter per second. Now Rutherford took the gold foil of thickness 10 to the power minus 6 meter, and in Giger and Marsden experiment the thickness of the gold foil was 10 to the power minus 7 meter. So this is the basic difference in these experiments, but the observations are same. First observation, most of the alpha particle passed straight through the gold foil in both the experiment. Second, some of the alpha particle was scattered only small angles or order of few degrees, right? A few particle 1 out of 9,000. It means only 1 by 9,000 times of alpha particle scattered by the large angle, means greater than 90 degree, and very small number of particle deflected by 180 degree. So after getting these observations, they conclude the thing. First, most of the particles are passing through the gold foil without any appropriate deflection. It means most of the space of atom is empty. Although there are electrons, but electron cannot affect the motion of the alpha particle. Alpha particle being positively charged and heavy compared to the electron could only be deflected by heavy and positive region of the atom. It indicates that the positive charge and the most of the mass of atom is concentrated at the center, that is called nucleus. So first time in the history of atom, nucleus came into existence. Since very few particles are deflecting by 180 degree, and by the most of the particles are passing through the small angle, it means there should be a positive center. It means the entire positive charge and almost entire mass situated at the center of the atom, that is called nucleus. Now alpha particle which travel through the nucleus directly get retarded due to Coulomb's law of repulsion and ultimately comes to the rest and then fly off in opposite direction. The alpha particle which is going to strike to the nucleus will deflect it back at 180 degree. So these are the observations, and these are the conclusion made by the Rutherford and Giger-Marsden, right? This is the equation relation between number of alpha particle scattered and angle of scattering, right? Now distance of closest approach. Closest approach means how the alpha particle approach to the atom. Now this is the alpha particle going to strike to the nucleus, but at this point it cannot go further. But if we increase its kinetic energy, it will go close to the nucleus. Then we are again increasing the kinetic energy, it is going close to the nucleus and almost touches the nucleus, Then the distance between the alpha particle and the nucleus will be r0. r0 means closest approach. So from this concept we get the size of the nucleus, right? So what happens when the alpha particle approaches to the nucleus made the repulsive force and then it comes back. It means the kinetic energy of alpha particle is stored as the potential energy of the system, right? Now the kinetic energy of the alpha particle is half mu square, whereas potential energy of the system 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 by r square, Now q1 is Ze, this is the charge of the nucleus of alpha, nucleus of the gold, and charge of the alpha particle. When we multiply it, we get 2Ze square. And what is the distance between alpha particle and nucleus? That is r0. This is the closest approach. Then we get the value of r0 from this. This is the closest approach. And closest approach is nothing but the radius of the nucleus, right? Now, this is the impact parameter. See, this is the nucleus, blue one. An alpha particle is approaching the atom and it is lying at the distance b from the nucleus. This is the perpendicular distance. It means this particle is away from the nucleus at b distance, line, right, horizontal line. This b is impact parameter. Now this is the perpendicular distance of velocity vector. You can read it out. The perpendicular distance of the velocity vector of alpha particle from the center of the nucleus when it is far away from the nucleus is known as impact parameter, right? So this impact parameter have the equation Ze square cot theta by 2 4 pi epsilon naught half mu square, right? This is the impact parameter. Now for the large value of b, cot theta by 2 is large, it means theta is very small. So if impact parameter is high, right, so the angle of deflection is small. Now if b is small, cot theta by 2 is also small, it means theta is large. It means if the particle is approaching the nucleus close to it, it will deflected by the big angle. Now if b is 0, impact parameter is 0, it means the cot theta by 2 is 0. It means theta is 180 degree, right? So it means the particle is going directly to the nucleus and deflected by 180 degree. So this is all about the impact parameter, right? This is all about of today's topic. Thank you very much.